Most men don't realize how strong they really are, but it's their daily habits that are keeping them weak. So if you want to separate yourself from the weak men, the first thing you've got to learn to do is say no. Now, growing up, I was a yes man. I said yes to going out. I said yes to girls. I said yes to partying. I said yes to anything to keep other people happy or for any short-term pleasure. And by saying yes all my life, it kept me weak, it kept me poor, it kept me lost, and it stopped me from achieving a lot of things. If you want to become a strong man, you've got to learn to say no. That means saying no to your friends, saying no to girls, saying no to junk food, saying no to anything that is going to bring you down and stop you from achieving your full potential. If you keep saying yes to junk food, yes to cakes, yes to soft drinks, you're gonna stay fat and you're never gonna become strong. If you keep saying yes to your girl, you won't have time to work on your business, you won't have the energy to push yourself to the next level, you will never find the time to achieve the things that you want. If you keep saying yes to your friends when it comes to going out on the weekends, getting hammered, wasting money on things you don't need, you will end up staying poor and weak. You've got to learn to say no as a man, and it's one thing I wish I learned earlier. I was trying so hard to please others, not to be hated, trying to be accepted, that I said yes to everything, and I wasted years, thousands of pounds, and I wasted my 20s and my early 30s. It's only in my late 30s that I realized as a man, and to be a strong man, you've got to say no to a lot of things. You've got to say no to things that you actually want to do so you can focus on the right things. The next thing that separates weak men from strong men is being able to do hard things. Whether that's going to the gym, saying no to your friends and family, doing the sauna for 20 minutes, or even going into a cold plunge. All these hard things will make you mentally and physically stronger. When I go into the sauna, I absolutely hate it. The first few minutes, I'm like, this is quite good, this. But once I get to that point of 15 minutes, I feel like I want to throw up. My stomach's running, my heartbeat's running, I'm sweating, it's uncomfortable. But the reason why I do that is to make myself mentally stronger and to know that I can cope with difficult situations. So when it comes to my business or dealing with people, I'm able to deal with that, because being in the sauna for 20 minutes is really uncomfortable. So when someone comes in your face or you have a business problem, you deal with it with calmness. You stay strong instead of buckling, because you've already been in an environment which is very difficult. Doing hard things will make you physically and mentally stronger, but you've got to put your body through it because it prepares you mentally and physically. If you do those things, you'll be separated from weak men. Weak people will always choose the easy route. Why do I know that? Because I was a weak person at one time. I used to always choose the easy path, and that cost me businesses, it cost me relationships, it cost me so many things. Now I choose to do the hard things because I know when you do hard things, it separates you from weak men. Also, if I continue to do the harder things, life becomes easier in the future. The third thing that separates weak men from strong men is doing things when you don't want to. For the last 3 days, I'm not wanting to go to the gym. I didn't want to train, I was tired, I was exhausted, and I just didn't want to go. But I knew if I didn't go to the gym, it would make my body physically weaker, but also I would develop a bad habit of not going to the gym. That's why I forced myself to go to the gym and have a workout. Throughout the workout, I hated it, I didn't want to be there. But by the end of it, I felt physically and mentally stronger, knowing that I conquered my feelings. I didn't let my feelings control my actions. And the fact that I can do that when I'm tired, imagine what I could do at full energy. That made me want to sleep earlier. It made me just check what I was eating. It made me not go on my phone. it made me do so many things. When you force yourself to do the things you don't want to do, it has so many benefits on your life and your results. You may not want to work on your business because it's not going the way you want it. But that doesn't mean you should give up. It just means you might have to work a little bit harder. You might have to do a bit more research. You might even have to work 10 times harder than everyone else. But you've got to force yourself to do the things you know you need to do. Whether that's going to the gym, waking up early, going bed early, not seeing your friends on the weekend, going to the gym, doing cold plunges, doing sauna. Just force yourself to do the things that you know you need to do. It's easy to not do those things. And it's also easy to stay poor. It's easy to stay weak. It's easy to fall behind. In today's world, I'd say it's so easy to get ahead because people are choosing the easy route. They don't want to put in the hard work. They don't want to do the hard things. If you can start doing those little things on a day-to-day basis, getting up early, going to the gym, doing something hard like a sauna or a cold plunge, reading a book, going bed early, spending less time on your phone, you will be able to separate yourself from the weak men, get ahead and succeed in life. Therefore, if I wanted to become physically and mentally stronger, I would start with the gym. And this video will help you do that.